Hi everyone, this is Gripman. This is just a short video to explain how I plan my riding routes. I use a combination of Google Maps and MyRoute-app. I find Google Maps really easy to use and I love using it. And MyRoute-app is really good for fine-tuning and exporting to my GPS device. I'm going to demonstrate how I planned a route for a ride a couple of weeks ago. It was between Sycamore Harley-Davidson in Uppingham and a windmill in Lincolnshire called Heckington Windmill. It's a route of about 51 miles. This was a pleasure ride, so I didn't really want to ride the A1, and we were riding with the group, so there were a couple of safety considerations that I had to take into account too. Okay, so I've got my start and end points set. And I know that there are various little roads that I want to ride. I know that the B676 that runs across to Colsterworth is a really nice road, and I know that the A151 that runs from Colsterworth to Bourne is also a really nice road to ride. I've also been told that there's a particular route that I want to pick up from the A15 that will run me up to the windmill. So at the moment I'm just putting all of those into place. Now I can see that my route is crossing the main A52 on this point. I'm going to have a group of bikes with me, so I want to just check and see what this crossing is like, and I'll drop into Street View for that. That's the A52 there in front that we're going to cross, and it looks fairly clear. The visibility looks to be good both ways from that junction, and I can see that there's plenty of space if I want to use second man drop off to drop somebody off on this junction. Now there's another junction I want to check here, which is the right turn off of the main road, the A15, onto a side road. I just want to make sure that this is okay for everybody. Looks as though there's quite a good visibility in front, so everybody should be able to get across there without any problems. There's also a nice place to drop somebody off there for second man drop off. Okay, the route is looking pretty good now. Just scanning back along the route, I can see that there's one little road there that I don't particularly want to ride. It's a very narrow single track road, so I'm going to drag the route off of that and use a little bit more of the B676. Not quite sure about that road that Google Maps has now routed me down, so I'll have a quick look to see what that junction is like. Okay, into Street View. It looks quite a narrow road as well, but it looks reasonable. It's only short, it's about a couple of miles I think from having a look at that, so even with a group of bikes I think a couple of miles on this road wouldn't harm. I just want to take a quick look at the junction there as well. So this is a right turn onto a bigger road than the one we're on now, so I generally like to check these right turns out, especially for group. If I'm riding on my own, I'm not so worried. I can see there's a pull in there where I can drop somebody off to indicate which way the rest of the group's gone if we should have got separated. Visibility to the left is great, visibility to the right is great as well, so that looks like a runner too. Okay, that is now looking like we've got a pretty good idea of our route. I'm going to pop that over into MyRoute-app and do some fine-tuning over there. There's a useful little feature in Google Maps that allows you to identify the coordinates for any particular point on the map. I use it a lot for because the search facilities are so good in Google Maps. They're better than in MyRoute-app. So I'll often just take a set of coordinates and copy them over into MyRoute-app. Okay, so I've got MyRoute-app loaded. I've already set up Sycamores in Uppingham as the start point, and I'm now going to enter those coordinates that I copied over from the What's Here facility and set them as Heckington Windmill. Okay, so I have my start and end points, and as if by magic, although really by use of the pause facility on the screen recorder, I've now got my route set. I'm now going to use the compare facility from MyRoute-app to compare the route that we have with what might be calculated by TomTom or Garmin. I can immediately see an issue there. There's a red line shooting off to the right. That suggests there's something wrong with my route, and by zooming in I can see that one of my waypoints is not on the main road. So just by repositioning that waypoint, I've now sorted one potential issue out. I can see there's an issue there in Bourne Town Centre, in that one of the routes would take me through the town centre and the other two wouldn't. My original wouldn't, so I think I'll go through the town centre and use the set of traffic lights there. So I've set a waypoint there. That will clarify my route a little bit. I'll just check the rest of the route down and see if there are any more issues with it. It's looking good so far. I can see another little issue there that looks like there's another waypoint that's just slightly off the main road. If you're leading a group, this is the sort of issue that you want to sort out before you get on the road, really. Okay, that's all looking good to me now. Okay, so one of the last things I generally do is to zoom in on all of my waypoints to make sure they're all positioned properly. I can see one there that's just off the route. Probably wouldn't cause a problem, that one, but it's always wise to sort these little issues out. That's the one in Bourne Centre that we've already sorted out. Now, additionally, sometimes I'll add extra waypoints into my route if I want to remind myself of something. In this case, I just want to remind myself of that right turn on that A15. And sometimes I'll add an extra waypoint in, such as I'm doing here, to show that I might want to slow the group down a bit so that we're all together approaching that junction. There's more chance that we'll all get across it together then. And all that remains once we've done that, we've got a nice route set, everything looks right, is to save that as a GPX file, and it's ready to copy over to my bike for the ride. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please give me some feedback and press the like button. Thank you.